think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. But there was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
Yeah. Woo! Welcome back to another episode of Convos with your mom's favorites with host Moe and Greg. I am Moe.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
Uncle G, how are you?
I am good, nephew. How are you doing?
As we already discussed, I am exhausting. It has been a very busy weekend.
Yeah.
All good stuff though. All good stuff
Good.
though. All good
As long
stuff.
as it was
though.
all good stuff.
Yeah, all good stuff though. Like I said, went to SmackDown Friday at the Barclays Center.
Yeah, I saw the picture of you guys on Instagram. I was
Yeah.
like, they went to
Yeah, we went to SmackDown at the Barclays Center.
Was it good?
Very good.
Really?
Yes.
And they did
absolutely.
2 tapings.
2 tapings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was cool. That should have been cool.
Yeah, so that was fun.
What time did y'all get out of there?
We actually left at like 11. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get home till 1:30.
Oh, okay. Y'all hung out for a little while.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it just took that long to get out of the
It
parking lot?
literally took that long to just get out of the city.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It just took that long to get out of the city.
That's crazy.
And it was because the GPS took us to the Holland Tunnel, which was closed. So we had to detour from the Holland Tunnel to the Lincoln Tunnel to get back home.
Wow.
Yeah. It took a long time for us to get home.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Went to a Halloween party on Saturday, which was great. Awesome. Always a good time. Shout out to Carmen for throwing.
This is at her house?
Yes.
Okay.
For throwing another successful Halloween party.
Yeah, you guys look like y'all have a great time.
Oh no, she goes all out.
She goes all out. Yeah.
She feels about Halloween
The way you feel about Christmas?
the way I feel about Christmas.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the same energy that I put into Christmas, she puts into Halloween.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, she goes all out. It was a really great time. I just want to shout out my dad again for making yet another award-winning costume.
Go, sir.
I went as Mr. Potato Head. Which was
I can't wait to see the pictures.
It was a different take because it was a fancy Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
Because instead of using his regular bowler hat, he's wearing a top hat.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's got a bow tie.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not just your regular Mr. Potato Head. Very
Classy.
Very classy. Very classy. Very demure.
Classy Mr. Potato Head.
But yeah, it was a really good weekend. I am just very exhausted because it was a lot of late nights.
Yeah.
Early mornings.
Yeah. And that's just starting. Within the next week or so, it's probably gonna be more of the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, we are here to talk about things and stuff.
And stuff and things.
And things and
stuff.
And I had, this is the problem when you don't write things down. Because let me tell you, as I was going throughout my day, right? I did have, things did pop into my head. And I was like, oh, we could talk about that. But did I write them down so that I could remember them when we actually sat down to record?
Yeah.
Of course I didn't.
Of course not.
Of course I didn't. But I do want to say, because I caught up today, I'm trying to dial back my hype and excitement.
Okay.
But as of right now, Agatha All Along and The Penguin are the 2 best shows
on TV.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right now, the 2 best shows.
As of right now.
Yes. As of the time of this recording.
Yeah.
Agatha All Along and The Penguin are the 2 best shows on TV right now.
And I'll be honest with you, as far as Agatha all along goes, I am I'm pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
At the amount of hype that it's getting and the amount of watch. People are. I mean, everybody's doing videos about it and the whole nine.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's getting a lot of good attention.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited. We get the final 2 episodes Wednesday.
They're doing both of them?
Both of them.
Okay.
Are dropping on Wednesday.
Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah, because Halloween's Thursday,
Yeah.
so you kind of want to.
Okay. So they're trying to get it done. Get it in conjunction
before, with
Halloween. Got it.
So we're getting the final 2 episodes on Wednesday. I am excited for those. I am trying to dial back my expectations because I do not want to be really hyped for this ending.
Yep.
And for them to just completely go left and wreck it.
And here's the other thing, and here's the other thing. As far as the ending is concerned, the ending is going to decide whether or not they bring it back. They'll cancel stuff in a heartbeat. If the ending sucks, and they start getting a whole bunch of negative feedback about the ending, there's a good chance that it might end up being a one and done season.
Yeah.
So whatever they're going to do for the ending, I hope it's like as good as the show has been consistently from start to the latest episode.
Absolutely, because let me tell you, not her. Not her.
You almost said the name.
Not her. Okay.
You almost said the name.
Agatha all along.
You can't have Agatha without her.
I appreciate her for giving us Agatha.
I'm just saying.
I won't take that away from the WandaVision fans.
Okay.
Thank you for that show.
Thank you
for giving me Agatha.
Okay. You're very welcome, sir.
Now you can just go.
Okay.
They can just go. I have all that I need with Agatha all along.
That's good. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I have all that I need. But it is very close, depending on how these next 2 episodes go.
Yeah.
It is very close to taking the title for me as Marvel's best series.
Yeah. I you know what? And even though I'm a big fan, as y'all know already, of WandaVision, this beats it. This beats it. And matter of fact, other than the Captain America,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Other than that one, I mean, because I really like that one.
I liked it too. I just think that Agatha all along is just so much better. And actually bringing this up brought me to one of the things I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
Because I
figured it would. Excuse me. I figured it would. So once we get rolling, it'll just kind of just pop back in your head.
Because I think part of the reason Agatha all along is like miles ahead of like the other shows is because one, Agatha all along is a 10 episode series.
Yeah.
Every other Marvel show has been 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
You can pace your show a whole lot differently if you got 10 episodes as opposed to 6.
Thank you. Matter of fact, I hope y'all are looking and learning that lesson.
Yeah.
You can pace you don't have to, it doesn't have to seem rushed.
No.
Because that in the past, that's what it's always been.
Yes.
The series always seemed rushed. Because it's like, we got 6 episodes. And so we got to cram all of this or leave a whole bunch of stuff out.
Yes.
In order to make it work. And it ends up being a mess.
And it ended up being a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for being honest, might have enjoyed WandaVision a little bit more if they had an extra 4 episodes.
Yeah, 4 episodes. You see that?
To flesh out the story a little more.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Because they could have fleshed out her story.
Yes.
Her part of the story a lot better because if you, again, and you're right, that was one of the problems because they kind of like just drop you right in the middle of her life now.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, okay, but where is all this coming from? Whereas if you know the backstory and you know her whole story, then it kind of like you're like, okay, people that knew that, like myself, I was sitting there watching it and I knew exactly where they were, but to somebody just coming in is looking at you know what, they could have added, and I think that would have made the story. It might have. No, I would say if they had taken a little bit more time to explore the relationship between her and Vision, and then bring them to that point, maybe to it, and you could have done it in 2 or 3 episodes. It didn't have to be a long, drawn out love story, but just enough to bring people up to where they were. At the time of WandaVision.
Because even in like the actual MCU as a whole, right?
Yeah.
You got Civil War, where they're like kind of like weirdly flirting with each other.
Yeah.
And then you see them again in Infinity War, and then they're in a full-on relationship.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did we go from like light flirting to full-on relationship?
Yeah.
There's material missing.
Yeah.
And if you had even 2 more episodes, you could give an entire episode to that in-between time.
Yeah.
To guess what? To give your story another layer.
The same thing with what's that other one? That they're kind of using it to do the lead into the new Daredevil series. What was it? It was a one-off. Echo. So was that 6 episodes?
Yes,
6 episodes, and there was just like you sat there at the end of the 6th episode, and you were like, "What the heck did I just watch? What was that? There was no. The story is that there was no story.
Right.
There was no real story.
Like you didn't give me anything at all.
Nothing.
Like, other than great Kingpin scenes.
Yeah, that was. If it wasn't for the fact that you got that because of this, you got to see the Kingpin and you got to see Daredevil.
Yeah, Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was nothing else. There was no other reason to make that show.
None whatsoever.
None.
If we're being honest, the only thing. On the flip side, the only show that I honestly think, and I might catch some flack for this, but I just really didn't care for the show.
Which one?
Like as a whole, the only show that I think would not have benefited from 4 episodes, an additional 4 episodes, She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, you know what? Before you even got it out your mouth, I already knew where you were going, and I was like, "Yeah, you're absolutely right."
She-Hulk.
There was no flesh. There was not enough flesh to go on to flesh that out.
Yeah, there was nothing else at all. Every other MCU show would have benefited from an additional 4 episodes.
Except that
Moon Knight would have.
Yeah.
Moon Knight for sure would have benefited from 4 more episodes.
Again, they drop you off in the middle of a story that only the people who followed him knew.
Yes.
If you did not read any of Moonlight or did not know his backstory, you were just dropped right in the middle of something, and you were like, okay, now all right, well, what's going on here? You wouldn't have. Yeah. But 4 more episodes would have cured that.
It would have cured that.
It would have cured that.
So I'm very appreciative of what they're doing with Agatha all along.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I was talking to a coworker today. And they believe that Lilia is not dead.
I believe she's alive too. I was like, come on, she's too good a character.
Because
to me, she's too good a character to get rid of.
I thought the same thing about Mrs. Hart, but you know how things go.
Yeah, I know.
But there's an actual reason why. Apparently, because they he was telling me, he was like that Mrs. Hart right before she closed the doors behind Agatha, she said when she calls you a coward, duck.
Yes. Yeah.
With her powers, she can't see like after she's dead.
Okay. All right.
So if she saw what's going to happen next for Agatha,
that means she was still alive.
Then that means that she's probably there for it.
Yeah. So okay, got it. See. Yeah. I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
so
that makes sense.
I'm hoping Mrs. Hart comes back. I'm hoping, Lilia comes back.
I'm hoping, all of them, and that was the way in my head. That's what I was hoping. By the time everything's said and done, all of them might go, all of those who've already quote unquote died, that they would all come back at the end of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like that. The fact that Billy, Billy Maximoff, even that episode where we learned, because I was confused. I was like, oh, that's his son? That's actually really cool. But then I was like, wait a minute.
See?
I remember, I watched WandaVision once.
See? That's why you should have watched it again.
No. I said I watched WandaVision once. But I remember them disappearing.
Yep.
When she like got rid of the illusion over the town.
So I hope that in the last episodes that they fleshed that out and explained.
They did already.
They did already?
In the episode with Teen.
With Teen, yeah.
When you get his backstory. Because he has actual powers.
Yes.
He had actual powers in WandaVision. Before he died, he used those powers to jump into Teen's body.
Oh, that's right. Okay, now I got it.
The teenage boy didn't survive.
That's right.
The car crash.
Got it. Okay.
Billy jumped into his body and took over after the fact.
Thank you for explaining that, because again, I was going to go back and rewatch that episode again.
Yeah.
Because it was like a lot of, and you've already answered the unanswered questions for me for that episode, because I was getting ready to start complaining, said that this is the problem with Marvel's TV shows sometimes, that they don't flesh it out enough.
Right.
Because in the comic books, he exists.
Right.
His name is Wiccan. In the comic book he's called Wiccan. And it's interesting because and he is the child of Wanda and Vision.
Right.
But again, if you don't read comic books, you don't know that. So it's like, all right, you're saying Wanda is his mother, but how? Because we saw her get rid of them.
Right.
Yeah. And even though to have you explain it to me now, okay, all right, now I understand.
That's how.
Okay, that's how.
Before as it was closing, he jumped out.
So he kind of has some of Wanda's powers.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Ding. Okay, now I got it.
Which is also why in this latest episode he was able to read the people's minds.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because he does have some of Wanda's powers.
Got it. Now
I wouldn't even be mad if she came back. Final episode.
Okay. Yeah, well,
I wouldn't even be mad because if it be not, bro, she's too powerful as a witch.
Yeah, to just disappear, to disappear and go out the way she did.
Yeah,
yeah.
Way too powerful as a witch to just be like, you know what, I'm out of here, and that's it.
Yeah.
No. She destroyed the Darkhold. Sure. Sure, you destroyed the Darkhold for you and every other universe. That to be powerful enough
to do that. Yeah.
To destroy the Darkhold and not only your universe, but every other universe, that's some serious power.
Yeah.
So, no, you're not about to kill her like that.
No. You got it. And I have been reading some things and hearing some things about them. I don't know if it'll be on Agatha all along.
Right.
But they are talking about or trying to figure out how they would do it, how they could bring her back.
Yeah.
But they are talking about bringing her back.
Listen, I'm not against it.
No, me neither. I'm like
still not one of my favorite characters. Not mad if she comes back. Like if it makes sense for the story.
Yeah. If
it makes sense for the story.
Makes sense for the story, fine.
Cool.
Yeah. But don't just
But don't do it for the sake of like shock value.
Yeah, because it's not gonna last. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna last.
Agatha all along, if you haven't watched it, you are missing out on one of Marvel's best TV shows ever. And Marvel, please start giving your series more episodes.
Yeah.
So that you can better tell
the story.
Yeah. Because I don't know what made you think 6 episodes was enough. It's not.
No.
At all.
No. 10 episodes is good.
Yeah, 10 episodes is good. And the Penguin. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
I am loving that show more and more every week. I am like almost dreading the final episode.
Yes.
Because again, it's not going to, because it won't be on anymore.
Yes.
Or we won't be getting any new episodes until they decide what they're going to do with it. I'm sitting there, I'm watching these people, I'm watching all of these actors and actresses on here deliver incredible performances.
Yes, they putting on clinics. Sophia.
Oh my God.
Sophia Gigante.
Oh my.
Because she's no longer a Falcone.
Yeah, she
has taken her mother's last name.
Yeah, she is now Gigante.
Gigante. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she is.
This is terrifying.
Yeah. She is. Oh my gosh, she has got to be my favorite character on the show.
Yes.
But she's one of my favorite my characters. Of course, the Penguin. Of course. And Colin Farrell's performance of the Penguin is incredible. I mean, we've said this before. I am not a Colin Farrell fan, but in this role, he shines like a diamond.
Like a diamond.
He shines like a diamond.
Like a diamond. One, because he doesn't sound like
No.
One, he doesn't sound like Colin Farrell.
No. Doesn't sound like it, doesn't look like it, nothing. He could go out, like if he went out in that outfit and that drag on any given day, people would look at him and they would say, "Oh, look, it's the Penguin." But they wouldn't even
like if you didn't already know that was Colin Farrell. Like if he just walked out in the street, you might even just see him as a regular
person
guy,
just walking down the street
as a regular person walking down the street.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Only for it to be like, that's one of the biggest actors to ever grace the silver screen, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible.
He is
silenced very quickly, even some of the minor hate that he was getting.
Yeah.
Towards the beginning, because when they first announced that was him in
the Batman,
and even when that he was coming back for the TV show, there was people who were saying, why not get someone who actually looks like that for the role?
No, they wouldn't have brought that to the table.
And I'm like, what? They got that in them?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't.
If you show me somebody who got that in them,
no, they didn't. They don't have that. They don't have that. I mean, this man again, and he plays the role so that he literally erases all vestige of himself.
Yes,
because you would never know that was him.
You would never. And my man Victor.
Oh, he is my second favorite character.
My man Victor.
And I'm wondering, because I know there's got to be something going to happen. I'm wondering we see who he is, but I'm wondering who he's going to become.
Initial rumors from
I heard a couple of rumors. Which ones did you hear?
That's he's going to turn into Victor's ass.
That's the one that I think has the most weight. Yeah, that's the one that has the most weight. He turns into Victor's ass, and that could be.
Yeah,
I'd like, and I would like for them to explore that. That would be really good.
I'd be intrigued. I just knew that they were getting rid of him. Because I was like, he gonna get on that bus and he gonna leave.
He's gonna leave. Yeah.
Like, that's honestly watching that episode.
Yeah.
I just knew in my heart of hearts he was getting on that bus with that girl and he was leaving.
He was leaving. Yeah.
But when he didn't leave, I said, "Oh, thank you, thank you."
Oh, please stay. Be a criminal.
I'm like, please stay, please. The evil life is for you, kid.
Yeah.
You've got potential.
And here's the thing. I know that the big rumor going around is that he's going to be Victor's, that he's going to evolve into Victor's ass, and that would be interesting. But the person I'm thinking he's going to evolve in is the Black Mask.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm thinking he's going to evolve into the Black Mask. Because again, the Black Mask was I believe I don't know if he was one of Penguin's henchmen who eventually does to Penguin what Penguin is doing to everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. And he does the Penguin, and he kind of
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Because
it's like
that man's only loyalty is to his mother.
That's it. That is it. And now his loyalty, and this is probably what's really going to mess him up, because his loyalty is so much strong with his mom, but it's starting to get a little bit strong with Victor.
Yeah.
So I think when Victor finally, if that's the way they take it, when Victor finally does him in, that is going to almost kill him.
Yeah. It's going, especially because of how this last episode ended.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because how this.
And
last
I was equal parts upset and glad that episode ended where it ended. I'm not trying to spoil it because I don't know who's watching this. If you haven't seen it, I ain't trying to spoil it for nobody.
Yeah.
But I was equally upset and glad that episode ended where it ended, and ended how it ended, because I said, I can't watch what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, I was like, I need to know what's about to happen.
What's about to happen. Yeah.
So I need you to explain. I'm like, okay, the episode went off, the credits started rolling. Great. But I need to know what happened. Because and I'm glad that it's not that once it the credits started rolling, the next episode didn't pop up at the bottom.
Yeah.
I need to sit with this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because for me, I was 3 episodes behind, and I had some downtime while I was at work today, so I used that downtime to catch up.
Okay.
And that's not a show you should watch back to back to back to back to back. No. I shouldn't have done that, but I was trying to catch up before this podcast, so that's why I did that. But it is not a series that you should watch back to back to back like that.
Yeah.
Won't be doing that again at all. Also, real quick, back to Agatha. She gets like a point 0.0001 point off of her amazing score in my book.
Why?
Because I watched this last episode 7. I watched it on Saturday, and because of her, I just got Time in the Bottle stuck out of my head today.
Yeah.
Like today.
Yeah.
I got that song out of my head.
Wow. Thanks. Yeah.
So like from when I watched it like Saturday afternoon at like 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, the rest of Saturday, all day yesterday.
Humming Time in the Bottle.
Humming Time in the Bottle. And I'm like, bro, why? Get out of my head. It wouldn't leave.
Really?
It wouldn't leave.
Yeah. At that, again, like I said, great show.
Great show. Both Agatha All Along and the Penguin.
Before we move from Agatha, real quick, I remember I said to you about when we talked about it before. Sashia Zamato was on Saturday Night Live.
She was?
Yeah. She was a cast member, maybe for like half a season. She was not a long-term cast member, but she was a cast member.
Okay,
I knew.
Listen,
that's a very unusual name. That's a very unusual name.
She wasn't listed on nobody's credits.
Yeah, she was a cast member. I forgot where I eventually found it because I went and looked where you looked. And sure enough, it wasn't there. I'm like, why isn't it there? And so I went and looked on some other places. Sure enough, she was on. She was a cast member.
I apologize
for
trying to play you and
now how many seasons she lasted? I have no idea. And obviously not. She wasn't on there a long time because of the fact that nobody really remembers her.
Yeah, and she's not listed.
And she's not even listed. But again, I remember her because of the name. The name is such an unusual name. And not that they had a whole lot of black women on Saturday Night Live, especially at this particular time. So again, so I remembered her name.
At this particular time, like it's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
but that's not something. That's not something we about to get into.
Yeah, that's another show.
That's not something we about to get into. But you said that like it's a plethora of black women on SNL wrote.
Well, I think I'm thinking from the perspective that this is about as many as we've ever had on there at one time.
What you mean? It's just Ego.
Oh, actually, it's just Ego right now.
Ego right
but
now.
it's only Ego. It's only been Ego since this season. Last season and the season before that, it was her and Punky.
Oh wow. There was two. There was
That's
two
right.
of them.
Two. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We're really cooking now.
Oh.
Well, we're cooking. We're not cooking no more.
Wait. We're gonna break that glass ceiling.
Yeah, we're gonna break it.
That glass ceiling is coming down.
It's coming down. Oh man. But speaking of SNL, did you watch the episode with Ariana Grande?
Yes.
That was one of the funniest episodes of SNL
episode was
I've
incredible.
ever seen in my life.
That was a great episode. She is incredible. I love Ariana.
Yes.
She's a great singer, but she's also a great performer. And her ability to do other people's voices.
Yes. I think that's what helped her.
Yeah.
Bro, because that Jennifer Coolidge sketch. And then when she opened that mirror and Dana Carvey popped up, I was no good.
Oh my God, that was good. That was. And when she did Celine Dion, dude, was that crazy?
I said, first of all, why do you sound exactly like her?
Why? Not even just her singing voice,
No,
but her
speaking
talking voice. I said, why do you sound just like Celine Dion?
Why? Please explain it. Oh, but yeah.
That was good, yeah.
Also, I heard too that what's her name was a writer for that episode, so that might have been a part of it. Lin-Manuel Miranda,
Really?
that he helped write some of the music for that episode.
Get out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, Uncle Greg, you know
Yes,
what
sir.
we need to talk about?
What do we need to talk about?
Before it's gone forever.
What?
Well, not gone forever, just until next year. Mm-hmm. It's spooky season.
Yes, it is. Yep.
It is spooky season.
I'm
and let
ready.
me tell you.
I'm ready.
Let me tell you.
I am ready because again, you know me. I love horror movies.
Yes.
Good ones at least. And all during the month of October, I'm watching nothing, with the exception of the shows that I'm kind of like addicted to. But I'm watching nothing but horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually caught a few. I caught a few this October. I haven't watched much.
Okay. What did you catch? I probably watched.
And, I've got some takes. I've got some thoughts
Okay.
on some things.
Throw one out.
Because the one that I have the most thoughts on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start off with the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Abigail.
Okay. What'd you think?
I loved that movie, right?
Loved Abigail.
And at first, I was kind of upset because the premise of the movie was given in the trailer.
Yeah.
If you watched the trailer,
Yeah.
you kind of
You knew where they were going.
with this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would have been great to find out as I was watching it.
Yeah.
But because I knew what to expect when I sat down to watch this film, I had a whole lot more fun while watching it. Oh, me and my dad were in here hysterical watching that movie.
Some really good scenes and some really good one-liners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because never in my life did I ever think I wanted to see Giancarlo Esposito as a vampire.
That part surprised me when they made him a vampire. I was like, okay, well, you've been everything else,
Right.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not do it? Oh, but that was just that. I had a blast watching that movie.
It's a really, really fun vampire movie. I mean, it has its moments, but it was a fun movie. And the one guy, he died before the movie was released.
Ooh. Yes,
Yeah.
because he was in Euphoria.
Yeah, he had a guy from Euphoria.
Yes.
Yeah, he died before the movie was, and they dedicated it to
To him. Yeah. But that was a good movie, right?
Great.
I don't know why. I kind of went down like this Tim Burton rabbit hole. And of course, I've watched The Nightmare Before Christmas like 8 times, right? Because I'm gonna watch that movie from now until January. So I started watching there. I had never seen The Corpse Bride all the way through.
I've never seen that all the way. Me either.
So I watched that. That was a really good movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to watch it.
No.
But I got to find somewhere where this. Well,
it's on Disney Plus.
On Disney.
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I watched that. And then I watched James and the Giant Peach for the first time. Mm-hmm. That movie wasn't as great as the last time I watched it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this is kind of stupid. I was expecting. You want to know why for me it was stupid? I was expecting it to be. It was one of those movies where like the person is real.
Okay.
And then they're going somewhere and they like hit their head. Mm-hmm. And then they wake up in like this dreamland, and it's like then it's animation. But then towards the end of the movie, they wake up having learned life lessons while they were unconscious.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz.
Right. Exactly right? Exactly that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was going to happen with this movie. But no, it's actually about, like, the movie ends with a giant peach ending up in New York City. And, like, all of the creatures that he meets are real.
Okay.
And I was like, this movie was stupid.
Did you watch it with the boys?
No.
No, because they probably wouldn't have watched it.
No.
They would like,
I watched it with my mom. And then I also watched Edward Scissorhands.
Okay.
Because it's been a while.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Movies are a lot creepier than I remember it being.
I think that's why I never watched it again, because the movie was so creepy the first time I saw it. I was like,
I don't remember.
Creepy.
Like, maybe I was just like super, super. Well, I was last time I saw that movie very, very ignorant to just life and the things of the world. Mm-hmm. I watched that movie the other day. I was like, this movie is it's weird. It's weird. And it's like, it's one of those. Is Tim Burton weird? Is Johnny Depp weird?
Yeah.
Are they both equally weird?
Yeah. It was like one like that.
Like, is that why it was weirder?
Even the whole setting, the whole aura of the movie was kind of weird.
Yeah,
it was like it just gave off a whole vibe. Yeah.
Because I was like, how crazy is the scientist? You are able to create life.
Yeah.
But you give him
scissor hands.
Scissor hands? Right. Like, that's almost how it felt. And then even, right?
I know what I'll do. I'll make a human being and I'll give him scissor hands.
Scissor hands.
That'll mess him up.
That'll get him. Right? But then even the quick turn of Winona Ryder's character falling in love with him.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he was just creepy 2 days ago. Literally nothing has changed.
He is still
got
scissor hands.
The exact same person he was before.
Yep.
And yet now you are in love with him?
There's been no change to his demeanor or his mindset. Nothing. There's nothing. There's been no alteration in his character.
None whatsoever. But you are just in love with him all of a sudden. I was like, that was very quick. And if we're being honest, I don't know how old Edward is supposed to be when this movie comes out, but she was definitely in like school, high school, college, something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was young.
She was young. Like, because her friends were talking about getting enough money to get a car. Like, she was young.
Yeah.
And she like fell in love. What? It's so weird.
Yeah. I've never watched Edward Scissorhands since the first time I saw it, and this is going all the way back to when it first came out.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It was just not something I wanted to see again.
Yeah, it was very weird. It has its moments, right?
Yeah.
Because there are scenes where Johnny Depp is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a young Johnny Depp, but he was a youngish Johnny Depp, so he hasn't gone totally Hollywood at this point.
Yeah, he was like really. There are like some moments where he like that scene where he tried liquor for the first time. Oh, I was no good. It's no more good. Watching him, like, that scene where he in the basement with his father, he tried looking for the first time. And then I was just, it was very weird. It's a very weird movie. But what else? We recently watched The Mist 2. Not The Mist 2, like the sequel.
They did a sequel?
No. I'm saying we watched The Mist TOO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we watched The Mist as well. There you go. That's the word.
Yeah,
we watched The Mist as well.
How did you like it? That's one of.
Well, no, there was a reason I put it on. I put it on because I hadn't watched it in a long time.
Oh, okay. So you had seen it before?
Yeah, I had seen it before, and I wanted to see if it still held up. And man, does it still hold up? And that is one of the most wildest plot twists.
Yeah, at the end.
That is one of the most, like, that is a cinematic masterpiece, that plot twist at the end.
That was, and I think that was why I watched it the first time, and I think I've seen it maybe one other time since the first time I saw it. So I've only seen it twice in my whole life. Yeah. In the whole existence of the movie, I've only seen it twice. But it's because the ending was so weird, and not weird, but the ending was so. What
a plot twist, bro.
I don't even know what to say about the ending. The ending was so, I'm not saying it was a bad ending, but it's just hard to walk away from. The ending is just like,
you definitely need to go watch something lighthearted after you watch that movie.
It is so totally jacked up. It has got to be the most jacked up ending. Yes, that you could ever see in a movie. That when you finally see what happens, and you're like, wow. Man, that was really messed up.
Because then you watch it, and then the credits started rolling, and it was based on the novel by Stephen King, and I'm like, bro, is he okay? I mean, clearly he not, right? Because if you've ever seen a Stephen King movie, you know he's not all together upstairs. Or read a novel, or if you've seen a movie, stuff, if you've read any of his stuff, he's not okay.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, he's brilliant.
He's brilliant. Yeah. He's
brilliant.
Brilliant.
But he's not okay up top.
No.
But we watched The Mist, and I was like,
whew. Yeah, that was again, like I said, it was just. Matter of fact, I think I even tried to watch it one time, and as it got close to the ending,
you turned it off.
I turned it off. I was like, "Oh, I can't watch that again." No.
Yeah, I was just like, "Dang, bro." And the crazy part is, I don't know what's worse: the fact that you didn't really see what happened, but you just heard what happened.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm like, would it have been? I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, would it have been better if I saw it? But then it's like, I didn't really want to see it.
No, I didn't, because I didn't want to see that. No.
I'm like, why was it there? Why was it there?
Oh goodness. So what else have you watched? And I'll give you maybe two or three things that stand out for me.
What else did I watch? Did I watch anything else interesting? Horror movie related?
Well, why you think?
Yeah.
I know I watched on Hulu. Mr. Crockett.
I wanted to watch that. Is it good?
It's got a kind of like a little following, but it had to be the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
I was upset because the premise had me.
It was weird. It is bizarre weird when you're sitting there like, there's not something like jump scary scenes, but it was just weird. The guy who plays the main character, I was like, are you intentionally trying to give us some kind of Cosby vibes here? Yeah, it was like he was definitely kind of like trying to throw off some Cosby vibes, and I was like, that's kind of messed up. But again, it was a interesting movie.
Okay.
I put it like this: I wouldn't tell anybody not to watch it. No, okay. I would say, you know what, watch it and judge for yourself. But it's a weird movie.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to see it because it gave, from what I read about what it was about.
Yeah,
it had potential to be like, oh, we about to add him as one of the new horror movie staples.
I could see that. I could see that if it developed a big enough following. But then again, if Art the Clown from the Terrifier can generate enough interest that we're now on the Terrifier 3. We're up to the third one.
With popcorn buckets now.
They have popcorn buckets?
There were popcorn buckets made specifically for Terrifier 3.
I don't even want to see. I don't even think I want to see what those look like. Because what I did, well, again, going back to Mr. Crockett. Again, I would never tell you not to watch it because, again, it was an interesting movie, and I could see. You know what it had? It had an 80s horror film vibe.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. So and I think that's also been a big attraction for people who are big fans of 80s horror movies.
Because that's when it was good.
Yeah, they're attracted to that because it has like a real 80s horror movie vibe.
That's what, like, you watch those 80s horror movies, they're still scary to this day.
Yeah. So in that respect, it's worth a watch.
Okay.
It is worth a watch. But what else did I watch? Also on Hulu. I don't know if you've ever watched not American Horror Story, but American Horror Stories. That was it's the anthology, their anthology series where it's just a series of short stories. So in other words, it's not like your average episode of American Horror Stories is going to tell the story in 10 episodes. These are just short stories.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever watched it?
No, because I didn't know that was.
It's on Hulu. Watch it. Don't even look at season 1. Season 1, there were some good episodes in season 1. Each season had its ups and downs. There's 2 episodes that stand out for me. One is the episode that my boy from The Penguin stars in.
Okay.
And I think that's in the second season. He's in an episode. That one is really
good.
That one is really good, really scary. But the scariest episode I've ever seen was in this season. They had split the season up into 2 sections. Well, the second section they just released maybe about 2 weeks ago. And so I sat there and I watched all that, but there was this one episode and the last 4 episodes of season 3, those are the scariest, that's some of the scariest stuff I have seen on American Horror Story since its beginning. It's like there's a one story. If you know about it, then you'll appreciate this episode. And it's kind of like dedicated to the. You ever heard of this game called Backdoors?
No.
Oh gosh, there is a series of video that this guy did videos, and I forgot the guy's name, but they're on Instagram.
Okay. And
they're like short horror films, but they based, and somebody told me it's a video game. Okay. They based an episode on that game, on that series. Because there's this, and it's interesting because when I first saw the videos on Instagram, I'm sitting there looking at them, and they were like really creepy. And so I'm watching the series, American Horror, and that particular episode, and all of a sudden the guy walks into this room. And as soon as he walked in the room, immediately the hair on the back of my neck stood up, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's the room." So now my palms are sweating because again, this was the effect those little short videos on Instagram had. That once you see them, you don't forget them. It's like so this was like a really, really disturbing series, this disturbing episode. But if you don't watch any other episodes but those 2, those were the best 2. Those are the best 2 in the series. But American Horror Stories. What else did I watch? I watched Mr. Crockett, and I had told you to watch it. I don't know if you watched it yet. What you thought about it? What's his name? M. Night.
Trap?
Yeah. Did you?
No,
watch
I
Trap?
haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting to watch it with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Plan
Not
2.
bad. Not badly, but you know, when you watch it, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, not bad. Not a bad movie.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet.
And then there's another one that's been getting a lot of attention this Halloween season that I just watched last night. Oddity. That's on there too. So watch that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, Oddity. For those, if you have Shudder, SHUDDER. If you have Shudder, it's on Shudder. But that was pretty good. It was like, it reminded me of like the type of horror that it deals with. It's like Hereditary. Have you ever seen Hereditary? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Hereditary and Midsummer, like those kind of horror films.
Never saw that because I saw Hereditary.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
the plot intrigued me, right? But then they messed up when they said from the creator of Hereditary. I said, guess I won't be going to see that. No. Fooled me one time, shame on you. Fool me, I can't get fooled again.
Nah.
Can't get fooled again.
But that's what it'll remind you of. Oddity will remind you of. Has one of the has the best ending. The ending is like really good. And it's not over dramatic. But it's really good. The ending is really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know what I want to ask you too?
What's up?
What's the name underperformed at the box office? How do you feel?
Who?
Venom.
I don't know. I've seen mixed reviews about it. I've seen some that said, okay, it underperformed, and that's the general consensus. But one review said that as a last movie, because it's supposed to be the last movie in this particular series.
Even though he just said in a recent interview that he wants to give Venom the Logan treatment.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't take anyone's word for it being the last anything.
But the one reviewer said that if this was the ending, if this was the real ending, then it was a good send off.
Okay.
He said it was a good send off. Again, I get it. It underperformed at the box office. I think people are tired of going to see Spider-Man villains in movies without Spider-Man.
Yeah, because you know what I haven't seen any promo for since it first dropped?
What?
Craven.
There is a new one.
They're
not, and you know,
I'm like,
you would think that they're obviously losing faith in these movies because you would think that they would push it more, and but they're not really pushing it. And a lot of people are probably looking at it saying, "Who the heck is Craven? Who is Craven?" If you don't read the Spider-Man comic books, you're not gonna know.
Well, no, they actually have the moment to strike hot because Craven was the main big bad in the Spider-Man 2 video game, which sold and broke numbers.
Okay. So then they would know.
They were striking while this was the perfect time to release a movie because fans are in love with the Spider-Man game, where Craven is one of the big names in the game.
And here's the thing, that they missed out on a good opportunity when they not doing that. But here's the thing. It's interesting enough. Now, Craven is the star of the movie, but what everybody's talking about lately is that you get the first appearance of the Rhino.
And I hate how he looks.
No, this Rhino looks like the Rhino in the comic books. So I don't know which version you're talking about. Are you talking about from Spider-Man? That when
I'm talking about the trailer that I watched of Craven.
Oh, you didn't like the way he
No.
looked? I thought I was kind of hype about it.
I looked at it. I said maybe he will look different on the screen. Or maybe it's not finished. Maybe it was a bad clip.
I was just going to say, I'll tell you why. I liked it because I was comparing it to the remember when they did the Rhino in I think it was
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
I absolutely remember that.
That was absolutely horrible. And so I
100% disagree with you, but okay.
You thought that was good?
I loved it.
I hated it.
Now don't get me wrong, right?
I hated it.
I hated it in the sense that he was just a human in a mechanized suit.
I think, and that's the part I hated.
But as a mechanized suit,
you thought it was cool?
he looked really cool.
I did not think it looked
I thought
cool.
the CG, he looked bad in the suit.
Really?
Like the CGI didn't look finished. But I didn't really have a problem with it.
I did. I hate
My
it.
issue was
So when I heard about the Rhino, and then when I saw him in this one, I was like, okay, all right. But I'm liking that. I'm not liking the Craven thing. It's like, I don't, I'm not because it's, again, why are you having so many Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man?
That's Spider-Man. Now, meanwhile, he getting ready to get geared up for a number 4.
Yeah.
I'm like,
at this stage,
if we're being honest, I'm not even looking forward to it.
you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth. I was
I'm not
like,
even looking forward to it.
Am I looking forward to it? Nah, not
like
really.
Marvel doesn't really have anything at the current moment. That's not true. That's not true. Because as days go by, I do get more and more hype for the Thunderbolts.
Do you?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at. I did not look at the latest trailer.
I've only seen the one.
You've only seen the one, and you got hyped. You got hyped.
And
Really?
I'm kind of excited to see how they do this.
I'm kind of excited. No, not excited. I want to see how they do this. Too.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how they do
I want to
this.
see how. I was not a fan of the book, so I didn't really read it. So I really don't know what's going on with the story. But it looks like that might work in my favor because of the fact that
then you just get to go.
I just get to go and enjoy
it. You've got nothing
it.
to compare it to.
Nope. I'll just get to go and enjoy the storyline for whatever it is.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that I'm it's like the Spider-Man thing without Spider-Man, it's getting a little tired. And those movies don't stand. They're not good standalone movies. They're not.
No. I thought you were talking about Spider-Man for a second.
No.
You're talking about the
villain
movies. Yeah.
They're not good.
I did enjoy Venom though.
Venom,
and Tom Hardy
again.
as Venom. I think he was the best of all of the attempts.
Yeah.
And if we're going to be honest, I'm even going to include Craven in
really?
Even though I haven't seen it, I still think Venom I think Venom's going to be a better movie than Craven.
Oh, yeah. I have no expectations at all for Craven.
No.
I have none.
I don't even think I want to go see it.
I don't even know if exactly. I have to keep even thinking about it even being released.
Yeah.
Because I forget about it. It's not something that's in my head a lot.
You know what I do have high expectations for?
What?
2 movies now. One, because we are on a wait list.
Oh, okay. For
an early screening of Wicked.
Ooh, yeah.
We're on a wait list for an early screening of Wicked.
Okay.
So that should be fun because when we went and saw Fast 30, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, this is through your job?
Yes.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
I hope so. Yeah.
For
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So I got the email for Wicked, and I signed up for us.
Okay.
For Wicked.
Got it.
We'll discuss the rest of those details. Off mic. And Gladiator 2.
I'm kind of excited for that. First of all,
so excited for that movie.
Why are you excited?
Can I be 100% honest?
Go ahead, do it.
The popcorn buckets.
Oh, are you kidding me? I haven't seen one of them. I know, but you collect them, so you would be excited.
Popcorn. I want both of them.
What are they?
Because
what are they?
The one popcorn bucket, they're paying homage to Russell Crowe's mask in the first one.
Okay.
It's that mask over a popcorn bucket.
Okay. All right.
That I want because the lid opens and closes. Like the helmet opens and that's how you eat your popcorn. Saw that, loved it, need it. There's also another popcorn bucket. It's the Coliseum.
Oh.
There's a QR code though that you scan on the Coliseum. And when you scan that QR code, you get a VR gladiator battle inside the popcorn bucket.
Are you kidding me?
No.
But how many times it's just you just see it one time?
I don't know.
Oh, that is
okay. Once they said that, I said, I need both of those buckets.
Yeah.
I need both of those buckets.
Wow. Okay. That all right. All right then.
Yeah, I need both of those. They also released the buckets for Moana, but back to Gladiator 2. I am excited. And this is, I think, the first time I've ever been excited for a Denzel role.
Dude. I was just getting ready to say the same thing. I was gonna say, you know what? I'll have to go on record as saying this is the first time I've ever had a Denzel Washington role that was like, I got to see that. I really want to see that. Yeah. Because I respect his craft. He's a great, I respect his art and everything. I'm just not a fan like that.
Yeah, no. It's funny. There's a clip from the Carmichael show. I don't know if you remember, where Loretta Devine's character mentions Denzel, and they were talking about black hot takes, and she was like, and she gave her black hot take, and she said she doesn't think Denzel is a really good actor. She said he just plays Denzel in every movie he's ever in. She was like, I just want a little range. And then before she went upstairs, somebody mentioned Sidney Poitier. And she said, yes, Sidney Poitier, that's an actor with range. And I was like, as I sat here and I thought about it, I said, Denzel is a great actor. I said, but if we're being honest. Sis had a point.
Yes, she did.
I don't know how serious or not serious she actually was.
Yes, she
did. But she kind of got a point.
Because it's like, I'm watching him in the previews of Gladiator, but I'm hearing him from what's the movie he won the Academy from?
Training Day?
From Training Day. And I'm hearing that guy.
Right.
I'm hearing him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, But again, will I go see it? Sure I will. Because again,
I already have my tickets.
Because again, you got your tickets already?
I already got my tickets.
When's it coming out?
November 22nd.
Wow, you got your tickets already?
Yes.
Wow.
The tickets became available. I preemptively bought them because again, I needed the bucket.
You wanted to get the buckets,
and a friend of mine texted me and said that if she does not see this movie, she will cry. So, to prevent all of that,
yeah, and to save the day,
yes, I bought the tickets.
Okay,
so I have tickets for November 22nd to go see Gladiator 2.
I mean, again, I want to see it because of the spectacle. I'm looking at some of those scenes. I love those fight scenes.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at some of the fight scenes, and I'm sitting there like, oh wow, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
that's gonna be incredible.
Absolutely.
If you ever watch, and I know we talked about it one time, but I don't know if you watched it. I watched it. Those Who Are About to Die.
We are up to episode 9.
Oh,
we
so
have
you're almost
9,
done.
Yeah, we have 9 and 10 left to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my dad have been watching it.
Not a bad.
No, that show is great.
That was a good show.
That show was great.
That show. Yeah.
I'm kind of upset it took me this long.
Yeah.
To get to it.
I watched it, I think, in one weekend, and I was like, I kind of like this.
Yeah, no, that show was really good.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing Anthony Hopkins die early in things, though.
I was like, oh.
I'm so sick of seeing him die early in things.
Waste. That's like waste.
Stop putting him in movies.
Yeah.
If you're going to kill him. And I'm serious, not movies. And movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
If you're going to kill him in the first act.
I was like, killing him so soon? That's a waste of a...
But no, that brother, the gay one?
Oh, yeah.
That's a bad boy right there.
Yeah,
that boy is vicious.
He's ruthless. He is like, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And you need a good villain. And he is.
And he's delivering.
He is, yeah. He is delivering.
He is delivering.
The fight, like I said, the fight scenes and all and stuff, and I love that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what my only slight against that show is?
What?
If you sitting on the wrong side, you suck. You out of luck.
What do you mean?
Like, you can watch the chariot races, sure. But if you sitting on the other side of that middle divide when they start fighting,
oh,
you kind of just there just to be there.
there was like a lot of messed up stuff that happened in that show.
Especially unless you sitting like high.
Yeah.
Like if you're sitting high up, maybe you can see over it.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting like low down to the front, if you're not sitting on that side, you can't see nothing.
You can't see nothing. Yeah. They made the Coliseums big. They didn't really take a lot into consideration about the design.
Yeah, especially that one.
So there was some like really crap seats in the place.
Yes. But no, that show is it.
I love it. Yeah,
it's a really good show.
Good show.
Yeah.
And that kind of like made me excited about seeing, believe it or not, that show made me kind of excited about seeing Gladiator 2.
Oh yeah, because I love stuff like that. And it even sparked my excitement back because I heard rumors that they're supposedly bringing Spartacus back.
Really?
Yes.
Series?
Yes.
That was a good series, but it was intense. It was
intense.
Oh my God.
I mean,
it was intense.
I mean, rightfully so, because it's like, don't sugarcoat.
Oh no.
Like
and they did not.
The viciousness of what went down during that time when, lawlessness was kind of just running rampant.
Yeah. They did not sugarcoat. Spartacus was it was brutally honest.
Yeah.
It was like yeah.
But yeah.
It was like Game of Thrones honest.
Yes.
Where to the point you wanted to kind of like just say, dial it back a little bit.
Dial it back a
little bit.
But also keep it the same.
Yeah.
Dial it back a little bit, but
keep it the same.
Everything exactly the same. Cool. Oh, but yeah. Absolutely, man.
So this last week for like the horror movies, this last week I just look at nothing but the classics. Like I think tonight I'll watch, even though it's already been on, but I can't watch it with commercials, so I'm not watching it unless I watch it on just a feed. The Exorcist.
Okay.
I'm going to start out with The Exorcist. And then I'll go from there. But this week I'll just watch.
But yeah, you got to save the good stuff for later.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know what I didn't mention? It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I watched that too.
Did they? What? Oh, but they showing that where on
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus. Yeah.
That's not why I watched it, but they are showing it there.
That's the only place that there's if I'm correct, that's the only place that I know of that they're still streaming Charlie Brown.
Well, that's because I think Apple owns the rights to the Peanuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey,
you know what? There are just 2 episodes out of all the Peanut holiday specials. The only ones that I would like to own, and they're the hardest ones to find, is it's
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Great Pumpkin, and the Christmas one.
And the Charlie Brown Christmas.
And Charlie Brown Christmas. And maybe, and the only other one would be the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Believe it or not, we got the DVD box set upstairs.
Really?
Of those 3. A Charlie Brown Christmas, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, so you can find them. Can you still find them like that?
I don't know, because we've had that for
a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. And it has, each DVD has 2 on them. Because like It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, it has that one, and it also has the election special that they did.
Yeah.
And then
because it's only a half an hour, so it's like you're paying that money for just a half an hour cartoon. Yeah. So they put other stuff on it.
Yeah. They put like 2 on each.
Got it.
DVD, which is cool.
But I want to see. Yes, I would get that because those are the only 3 out of all the Peanut series, because those to me those were ones that still stand the test of time.
Absolutely.
That if I'm thumbing through the television and I can see it somewhere, and well, God bless that it would be that they would be showing it somewhere, I'll watch. I'm going to watch.
I'm sure.
It.
I think what's the name should show it this week at some point, but it's going to be with commercials though.
Yeah.
I think ABC is the only one who still gets
I think
show
ABC,
it on TV.
Yeah, I think ABC is the only place you can see it. But
if you don't have Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, but once again, it's with those commercials.
Yeah, I get it. I get you 100%. Because the commercials be longer than the movie itself.
Than the show. Commercials just make everything longer.
Yeah, commercials longer than the movie itself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so like I said, I'll just be watching the classics this week. I'll watch Exorcist tonight, and I think the closest thing to a modern thing is no. I'll watch it. I want to watch it, but I'm going to watch the original, not the newer one. The one with what's his name?
Tim
Curry. Tim Curry. Yeah, the one with Tim Curry.
Yeah,
I'll watch that one.
What do you think about the series? You gonna watch that?
What series?
Welcome to.
Oh yes. Well, I can't remember now.
What's the name? I can't remember the name of the town.
Well, I remember Castle Rock. Is it Welcome to Castle Rock? No.
It's like Dukesberry. Deary. Welcome to Deary.
Welcome to Deary.
Dukesberry. Yeah. Where do I get Dukesberry from? 8 Crazy Nights. There you go.
Okay. Deary. Yeah. Welcome to Deary. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely will be watching that.
Welcome to Deary, Uncle Greg, not Dukesberry.
No, Deary.
Yeah, you said Dukesberry.
I said Dukesberry?
Yeah.
I did?
You said welcome to Dukesberry. Thank you.
It's
Thank
late.
you. Episode title.
It's like,
Episode title. Right.
welcome to Dukesberry.
Welcome to Dukesberry.
Right here, y'all.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Oh, and on that note, until the next one.
Oh, God.
We're out.
Welcome.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.